the Islamic bank gives you a check and a slip book. But naturally, with the checkbook, you can withdraw money whenever you want, and with the slip book, you can put in money whenever you want, similar to the modern bank. Coming to the second type of deposit account. It is a savings account. In the savings account, here also, the depositor is mainly interested in the safety of his money. He is not interested in profit and loss. And whatever profit the bank obtains from that money, the depositor does not mind accepting a part of it. The Sharia says, whatever profit you obtain from a business, you have a right to give a part of it as gift, a part of it as gift to anyone. It's called a sadaqah. You can give a sadaqah. So here you deposit your money in the Islamic bank, and whatever profit the bank makes, the bank gives you a portion of the profit. But you cannot demand a fixed amount of profit. It's not allowed in Islam. Whatever the bank gives, you have to accept it. And the remaining profit, it's considered as you've given it back to the bank. You have a right to give back your profit to whoever you wish, according to the Islamic Sharia. So these two accounts, the current account and the savings account, the depositors are mainly interested in the safety of the money. They aren't interested in profit. The other type of account that you have are the investment accounts. Or in the modern banks, they are similar to the fixed deposit account. And this are further divided into several types. In the Islamic system, the Islam banking system, you have the mudaribah, which means profit and loss sharing. That the person, the depositor, keeps an amount for a fixed period of time. The period of time may be multiples of 3 months. It can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be 9 months, it can be 12 months. This example I'm giving you of the Islamic banking is based on the Islamic banking in Malaysia. The best banking that you have today, the Islamic banking you have today in the world, is the Malaysian banking. There is no better Islamic banking anywhere in the world than the Islamic banking followed in Malaysia. In the other countries, they partly follow Islamic banking, partly they don't. But the 100% system, which I have in my knowledge, the only country which is following 100% to the minutest detail is in Malaysia. So this concept, I'm telling you, is based on the Islamic system of banking in Malaysia. In this investment account, that's called a mudaribah, you keep a fixed amount of wealth for a fixed period, maybe for 3 months, for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, or whatever it is, multiples of 3 months. Some banks keep it for multiples of 4 months. This money, in turn, is used by the bank to do business with the businessman. So in the terminology, when you deposit your money in the bank, the depositor is called as Sahib-e-Mal, and the bank is called as Sahib-e-Amal. Here the surplus unit is the depositor, the deficit unit is the Islamic bank. Now whatever profit the Islamic bank makes, it is shared on a predetermined ratio. The profit which the Islamic bank makes, or the money you have deposited for the fixed period, it's shared on the ratio which is determined. In the Islamic banking of Malaysia, the ratio is 7 parts to 3 parts. 7 parts of the profit is given to the depositor, 3 parts of the profit is kept with the bank. Means 70% of the profit goes to the depositor and 30% the Islamic bank keeps for itself. For example, if you deposit 1,000 rupees in the Islamic Bank of Malaysia for 1 year, and the bank makes a profit of 100 rupees, so bank will give you 70 rupees of the profit and will keep 30 rupees of the profit. But naturally the capital also you get back, but the profit you will get 70%, 70 rupees, and the bank will give 30 rupees. If the bank makes a profit of 5 rupees The bank keeps 30% of 500 rupees, that is 150 rupees, and gives you 70% of the profit, that is gives you 350 rupees. So bigger the profit, bigger is the share of the depositor as well as the bank. Lesser is the profit, lesser is the share of the depositor as well as the bank. It is profit sharing. If the profit is 0 rupees, the bank gets 0, the depositor gets 0. But suppose in case the bank goes in loss, according to the Mudareba system, the loss is borne only by the depositor. The loss in the business is theoretically only borne by the depositor. Means, for example, if you invest 1,000 rupees and keep it for 1 year, there is a loss of 100 rupees. So you, in turn, the loss is transferred to you. And from your capital, out of the 1,000 rupees, you only get 900 rupees back. 100 rupees is deducted as loss. So in theoretical terms, the loss is only borne by the depositor. But practically, even the Islamic bank is going in loss. Because, but natural, they are paying the money for the administration, for the rent, for the salary, which is not taken into account. So, but natural, even the bank is not going scot-free. Even the bank is sharing a loss, though it is a lesser percentage as compared to the depositor. This is the system in the Islamic bank. Now let's come to the project financing. Suppose a businessman, he wants a loan. He wants money from the Islamic bank. The first system is the Mudareba system. That is, a businessman comes to the bank and says that I have a project of 6 months. And this project requires 50,000 rupees. At the end of 6 months, I will get a return of 1 lakh rupees. That is 50,000 rupees profit. Is the Islamic bank willing to give me 50,000 rupees for 6 months? But naturally the Islamic bank analyzes the business, what sort of business is doing, is the business viable, what is the profit return, etc., etc. Then the Islamic bank and the entrepreneur and the businessman, they sit across the table and they finalize the ratio of profit that they should share. Say for example, the Islamic bank says, I will take 3 parts of the profit, the businessman gets 2 parts of the profit. Means 60% of the profit, whatever the businessman is making, will go to the Islamic bank, 40% will go to the entrepreneur, to the businessman. The deal is fixed, it can be negotiated. In the modern bank, the interest is negotiated. In the Islamic bank, the profit ratio is negotiated. So the businessman says, I require 50,000 for doing business for 6 months. In that 50,000, also, if he's working for his business, his salary is included. If he's not working, if he employs other people only, his salary is not included. But if he also works, say for example, an average person working may require 2,000 per month. So he gets paid 2,000 per month from that 50,000 rupees. For 6 months it will come, 6 multiplied by 2,000, he gets 12,000 rupees at the end of 6 months. This is taken into account, and the remaining money, the remaining 38,000 of the 50,000 is utilized on buying of goods and the registration. So from the 50,000, even 12,000 salary of that entrepreneur for 6 months is taken into account. Now after 6 months, he makes a profit of 50,000. He gets the total return of 1 lakh rupees. But natural, the capital sum of 50,000 is given back to the bank. And the remaining 50,000 profit is shared on the profit ratio predetermined. Bank, Islamic bank takes 60%. That is 30,000 rupees. And the businessman keeps 40%, that is 1,000 rupees. So at the end of 6 months, the businessman gets 20,000 rupees profit as well as 12,000 rupees salary for his labor. If instead of making 50,000 profit, the businessman